Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we are just a few weeks away from the spookiest day of the year, so I think it's high time my island got a bit of a makeover. Today we'll be focusing on my shopping district town centre area. I'll be setting up some new stalls in the event plaza at the resident services park I built last week, as well as setting up a mini decorative pumpkin patch and generally spookifying the rest of the area. So I started by tidying up the area because I filled up the storage in my home, so I always resort to dumping rubbish on the ground, which is usually stuff my villagers give me. Then I actually changed up the path used in this area because I liked the brick variation of the path I used in the park that much. I cut out most of it because it took me about an hour and a half to do, and even if I sped it up by 7 times, I know nobody wants to see that. I've always kept this area right in front of the river, reserved and ready for if we ever get the Roost Cafe added to the game, but decided that right now it was better used as a holding space for the produce stall and mini Starbucks I've currently got set up in the event plaza. I'm basically recreating how they were set up there, but just adjusting it slightly to fit the space better. Then in front I built this mini decorative pumpkin patch just to reinforce the vibe of this area of my island being a bit of a small, creepy, townish thing. I watched Hocus Pocus a few days ago, so it was feeling very inspired during this build. The space I had for this was a bit strange. I wish I had a few more tiles in each direction, as everything doesn't quite line up, which is really annoying. Anyway, this pumpkin patch finally gave me an opportunity to use the spooky fence, as I actually haven't found another way to use it up until now. Next, I started setting up the new main attractions in the events plaza. The first one is a pumpkin soup stand, which was completely inspired by the black soup kettle. I reused the awning which I first used on the market stall next to my main pumpkin farm. I also used this giant cauldron, thinking that this would be where the soup would be made and bubbling away. I've never used this item before and I love how much steam it gives off. It gives me very cozy vibes. So after the soup stand, I made a mini fortune-telling stall. I know a lot of people were speculating or hoping that Katrina would be introduced to the game after the King Tut mask got added. So this is a little nod to that. Plus, I think the fortune-telling set item looks really good, and again, I've never used it before, but I've always wanted to, so that was nice. Finally, I had this awkward bit of space at the bottom left of the plaza, so I made it into a mini pumpkin carving station. Next, I worked on the tiny bit of beach I had to the right of the pumpkin patch. I've never put too much effort into decorating my beaches as of yet, but I felt like it would really stick out if I didn't decorate this bit. As beaches aren't the most autumnal of places, I kept it simple and just set up a campfire with some natural log benches around it. I spent probably about 30 minutes diving for seaweed to use as decoration too, but for the life of me I could not find any, so today weeds and cosmo sprouts will have to do. When I'd finished with the beach, I moved on to generally spruce up the rest of the shopping district. I started with Abel's but kept it simple and only added a white spooky standing lantern. Then I moved on to the park, where I started putting down some pumpkin lanterns to get the spooky lighting. Then I swapped out most of the flowers to mainly be black, orange and purple tulips, with a few roses and windflowers sprinkled in too. So this is the end result of my shopping district Halloween makeover. I'm really happy with how this turned out, but I do wish I'd waited an hour longer to take the final shots, so it was slightly darker, but oh well, the twilight effect is quite cool. This video was originally meant to be a Halloween makeover of my entire island, but then the list of things that I had to get done for it kept growing, so I decided to split it into 2 videos. With this being said, stay tuned for the second video, as that will be up soon. In it, I'll be transforming my house, as well as giving the village and neighbourhood a spooky renovation and also switching up the decorations in front of the museum. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, perhaps consider subscribing so you don't miss when I upload. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions for other videos, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you again soon.